Hello traders, this is DFXS. Welcome to DFX family, and I believe that guys, you are all doing good. In today's video, I just want to cover everything about how you can grow your small account using our spike detectors. Don't forget we have 3D spike detector, we have Omega, we have TFX levels. It can also trade spikes, any of our EA. This is to all who use our EAs for spikes. Any EA with a spike detector, this is your video, guys. And this, with only this video, you'll be able to understand how you can grow your account. And don't forget, all our spike EAs, it's advisable to have an account from $100 and above. So in this video, we are going to learn. I do believe I've already shared the video that is very familiar with this one, but let me do something different because we also updated or upgraded all our spikes EA. So I'm just going to share a very important information, because you must know how you can grow your $100, how to minimize also your losses, because it doesn't matter how good the system can be. Always remember, no one controls market. We are not the market maker. We are the software developers, so we don't control market. So it's also advisable to always to use money management or risk management. So guys, I'm just going to make this video very short, not just very short, but to make sure you get the right information of how you can control your account, how you can grow your account, and at the same time, how you can minimize your losses by understanding the system. You must remember that, this is good to know that all our system, whether it is for MT4 or MT5, it is good to learn from our videos how they work. And the way I explain in the video, that's how they work. All you need, it is to understand how they work so that you can see if it is what you have been looking for, because all our EA are coded according to profitable strategies. And I do believe you have been seeing, or you have been watching our video, and I know now you know that they are really coded professionally, and we are leading in the entire world to have the first EAs that trade or that analyzes the market with price action perspective. So let's go direct to the theme of this spike detector. One thing I want to remind people, because maybe we have a new beginners, when we talk about trading spikes, we talk about boom, crash 1000, crash 500, crash 300, boom 1000, crash with another boom, boom 300, and boom 500. The DFX platform, they already added another one, DEX, but this one, guys, they have small spikes up and down. Let me give you an example here. So this one, I do believe you will do your practice on your demo account before you apply it on your real account, because as you can see, it's very different with this one for boom and crash. Boom and crash, if it is the crash, they spike down, and if it is the boom, any of the boom, they do spike buys. Their spikes are buys, all right? So they buy when there is a spike, right? There is only buys spikes, but when it comes to crash, any of the crash, it will be sell spikes. So we sell spikes for crash, and we buy spikes for boom. So we sell crash, we buy booms if we are trading the spikes. But when it comes to other DEX 600, DEX 1500, blah, 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 you'll find that we have small spikes. If they say it is a down spikes, you'll find that there is other small spikes, buy spikes, whereby it's very different when it comes to boom, you can see the down candles, you can see they are all equal, they are all measured the same. We don't have a buy spikes. This is crash. We don't have the sell spike. But when you come to this one, whether you go to DEX 900, you will still find it is a down spikes, but you still have a small spikes going up. So it is good to practice this because it can also, it will be detected with our EAs, but it is good first to practice this on your demo account before applying on your real account, so that you can see which the strategy that suits or will suit these DEX 900 and others. So now we are just talking about what we are used of, which is boom and crash. So the most important thing in this video now, it is to go direct to our setup, because this is the most important thing to learn, because I'm just sharing this video, but the setting that I'm sharing here, or I'm about to share with you, it is in all our spikes EAs, whether it is Omega Fisher, whether it is the 3D Omega Fisher, whether it is levels, because also our levels EA, it can trade also the spikes. We have that option in our MT5 levels EA. So any of the EA that you purchase for the spikes, I would like you to learn something very important here. So what I will share in this video, it is the setup of how you can minimize your account. And allow me, guys, to talk about for the people who have from $100, because they are the one to trade with a caution, with the understanding of how they can grow the account. People with the big account, they won't care much, but you can learn from this video so that you will be increasing or adjusting what I will share with you according to the knowledge you'll be getting. But from $100, let's learn how you can grow this account by knowing the setup or the settings, and how you can minimize your losses. So let us learn these all things, minimizing your losses and the setups that you are supposed to use at the same time. As you can see in our EA, like for instance, I'm going to give an example of this 3D spike. You can see we have strategy 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 strategies, and 4 strategies means 4 EAs working at the same time with the different strategies. This is what I want you to understand. This is like operating with 4 EAs with the different strategies. And I do believe with a small account, you won't like to trade with, you cannot attach 4 EAs at once, because this means that if every EA here, or if every strategist here gets the signal, this means they can open 4 orders at one time, at once. Are you getting my point? It can open 4 positions at once. And having a small account and you want to minimize your losses, it is advisable to use just one. Choose any of these. The setup, the template I've shared with you, they are very, very professional. The setups are very, very, very profitable. So my advice here, it is to use one. And I've shared this to a lot of videos, even for MT4. You are not supposed to activate all the strategies, because if you activate all strategies, you have activated all EAs, because we as a TFX company, instead of selling or giving out the one EA after the other, we combine like 3, 4, 5, even 6 EAs and made them in one system, so that you can be profitable and you don't have to look for other EAs when it comes to any of the choices you choose from the TFX company. So we give you multiple EAs in one system, all you need to know to understand it is how they work. So we are talking about if there is 1, 2, 3, 4, this means those are 4 EAs in one system, 4 strategies in one system at the same time. So with a small account, it is not advisable to activate all. You can choose one of them because we already have, we give you with a template that are already with a good guidelines of what to use. Okay, guys? So you can see here, if you have a small account, it is good to choose one. So as you grow your account to $200, you can activate 2. According to the profit that you're getting, because if you can grow from 10% or even 5% every day, if you can grow 5% of your account every day, let me tell you, that is a good growth. So it's not advisable, and I'm repeating this again, for people with small accounts, for people who want to grow their account, to activate all EAs or to activate all strategies. So pick one of them by deactivating others into false and work with only, let's say you are working with the last one, you just set it true and others should be false. So if you set them false, it will only open with the EA or the strategy you choose. So keep that in mind, because all you need, it is to grow your account. And you must be very confident with what I'm telling you. Don't say, oh, my friend, maybe this one will not open, maybe this one would have opened. No, don't think about that. That is your negativity. That is your negativity, negative mindset. Just believe in what I'm saying. Any of the strategy that you will choose, it will still be profitable. Don't doubt anything. Remember, this is the EA, and the other EA. Assume, suppose you bought, we were selling only this EA, not with other strategies. So you would have bought this EA according to the strategies and explanation from our company. But because we give you 4 EAs, this should not cause any confusion to you. Just know you are working according to, you are activating them according to the size of your equity. So activate one, all right? Then you can activate others in your demo account so that you can see the drawdown, blah, 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 so that you can see, oh, which account or which equity I can activate all, or something like that. Okay, guys? So let us go to the next one. So now we have seen we can start with one EA according to the size of your equity. All right. If you go to 300 or 200, you can activate another one. And it is good because the unlimited demo account, so you can open demo account and test 2 strategies, test the another demo. I think I've shared the video of how to open multiple accounts, test another demo with all strategies being activated, one with 2 activated. Then you can learn from there as you continue earning with one strategy, growing your account. The next setup, you'll pay also attention. It is this: we have the vector, we have the 3D, we have 4G, and we have the 5G. Now, when it comes to this one, we all know, because I do believe you have been watching our videos, we all know that the 3D, it's like for a long trade of or catching mini spikes, followed by 5G, followed by 4G, and the last one, it is the vector that is for scalping for quick. And I always advise people to activate the vectors and 4G if you have a big account. Now, because we are growing a small account and we want to minimize the losses, this is why we are sharing what to activate and what to deactivate. So you can deactivate vector, and you at the same time you can deactivate the 4G. so that the vector is false and the 4G is false. The one that you can act with, it can be 5G and 3D. And I want you to mark my word and to listen very carefully. We deactivating the vector and the 4G because we want to minimize the drawdown, because if I activate all of them, then even if you have activated one EA, this means again, if I activated 1, 2, 3, 4, it can also pick 4 trades at the same time. So you can imagine if you activate all the EAs here, 4 EAs, and you have activated all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means every EA can get 4 entries, and this means 4 times 4, I think that is 16. All right, guys, you can imagine just one position, you can enter 16 positions. That is a high risk. This is why I want you to follow this video closely so that you can understand how to work with this professionally. And I do believe you will need no more video about minimizing your risk when using our SPIKE EA. So even if now we have activated one EA, but we have activated all our detectors here, because these are the detectors. Let me show something. I do believe you have seen this. Let me bring this. Where is this? The vector is a detector. The detector that when it starts pop-upping, the market will spike. All right. The 3G is still the detectors. So we don't attach them because you can see this is the vector. All right. When it detects here, there was a spike. And when it will pop up here, it will close the spike. So it is the work of the EA to take the spike and to close the spikes. So the other one, it is the 4G. This one you can see it is in a yellow color, and the 4G, it is in white color. Right? This white color, this is the 4G. So when we go to 5G, it is in a green color. 5G, it's also a detector. You can see we have a 5G here. And the 3D also, it is a detector. It is with the circle. I don't know if it will appear here. Yeah, we can see it. I've seen it somewhere here. Yeah, here we have our 3D detector. All right, guys. So this one is for a long trade, because you can see not only from there, I think it is somewhere here down. Should be somewhere here. Should be from somewhere here, because it's for the long, don't know why it's delayed, but that is the work of our 3D. I think you have been seeing it, but we don't attach it on our chart because we want to make the chart very simple, because that is the work of the EA to catch up or to detect with all these stuffs. So let's go back, because now I think you have seen the reason why I'm talking about that, because you can see if the 4G is here, there maybe like here there is 5G, there is 4G, there's there is the 3Ds here, there is also the vector. So it's almost in this level we have all of them for. So if it was a sell, let's say for example it is a crash selling sell, you can imagine those are 4 positions with one EA. When I'm saying with one strategy, I mean these are the strategies or these are the EA. So it can be picked for a position. So the reason why we want to activate only one strategy, when we go here, we want to deactivate vector. We want to work with only 3D, and also we want to work with 5G, but we can deactivate the vector and the 4G. The reason why we are doing that, because this guy, don't forget, has the small equity. So he cannot just cap there in the middle, because anything can happen and we don't want to experience huge drawdown. So it's better to trade long, but it is good also to practice on your demo account. What I'm sharing here, it is what to apply in your real account, and the other activation or to activate others, test them on your demo account. Don't test them in your real account, so that you can see when to apply it. And don't just test one day. Test them like 2 weeks before applying them in your real account. This is why we say earn and learn. So you'll be very safe with a small account working with the 3D, because you can catch up a good spikes, and also 5G, it can gives you also good spikes, and there is a growth of more than 10% or 5% each, and the lowest you can go, it is 5%, and the highest you can go even more than 50%, even in a day. So we are talking about the low is 5%, or if you can get from 10% every day, guys, you are good to go. So learn, we are deactivating vectors, because if we activate them, and we have activated the one EA here, or one strategy, it means that it can get 4 entries at once. But because we want to minimize, this is why we activate. So this means it can get 5G, and if the 3G will also detect the long-term spikes, then it can get only two positions, and 2 positions you are not risking much, because remember, everyone with a small account, it is good to use crash 1000 and boom 1000. So as you grow your account, you will add crash 500 or boom 500. So when account grows more, then you can add 3. So the last detectors that you will add are 300. The second index that you will add, it is 500, and you can be adding one by one. You can start with boom 1000 and crash 1000. As you grow account maybe from 300, then you can add like crash 500. So when you get to 400, then you can add boom 500. So when you get from more than 500, 600, 700 there, that's when you can start adding boom 300, because they are negative. They can give you big negative than 500. This is why we are starting with a good one that can help you grow your account, adding 500, then 300 later when you have a good account. So I do believe now we can go to the next setup that will help you a lot. That was the second. So we deactivate some, and we deactivate also some of our detectors. So the second, the third one, I believe the third one, this one we have already shared, but let me share this again. The third one we are going to learn here, it's about this close by bars. Remember, you have a small account. Let me show something here. Let's go to crash 1000. Let us learn here. Let us bring this. I want you to get this very closely, because this one will help you. Remember, we have deactivated the EA, some EAs here, or some strategies here. So we are working with one, all right, with only this one strategy. Secondly, we go to our vector, we deactivate vector, we activate 3D, we deactivate 4G, and now we have 5G activated. So the next one, to minimize our losses, we are going to activate cross by bars into true, and here we can set here 20. Why are we setting this 20? Let's go back. Remember, we have set this 20. We are setting this 20 because we want, I will give an example here with this boom 1000, all right? So let me do something here. crash 1000, sorry. Let's go back here. Let's open. Let's go to our close by bars, set through. Here we set 20. Remember, this is a sell spike now. I just want to give an example with here. Suppose our detector detects that there will be a spike at this place. And if it detects, let's say it is the 5G, the 5G has popped up at this area. It is an example because it can be here, but I just want to give an example here, right, guys? So let's say there is a pop-up for 5G at this place. The moment that it will detect that there will be a spike there, it will place position or it will place order. When it places order, the market can continue going up. Now we are saying if it has detected the spike here and the market continue going up. Remember, we don't control market and this can happen. All right, guys. If it can go like 20, this is why we are setting here, 20 candles without a spike, let the EA close the opened position. And with the 20 is the best, 20 to 25, right? It is the best. Like, let's say we are trading boom 1000 or crash 1000. So if it goes like 20 candles without spike, this means the EA should close that open position. By closing that position with 20 candles, it won't give you more than $2 negative. Sometimes 1 point something, it has never even reached to $2. You can see losing $2 because there was no spike. That is not a huge drawdown. All right, that is what you can cover with only one spike later, right? It can be covered with only one spike and it can give you more than that $2. Then that means you can recover the losses instead of watching drawdown $10, $20. No. There is no need to do that because remember, you are growing your account. So the reason of close by bars, when we activate it into 20, you can set here 20, don't go beyond 25 because we don't want to go beyond $2 loss. So if it goes like 25 candles without a spike, automatically it will close that position. All right, guys. And remember, guys, I just want you to remember now here, we only have like 2 if there was a detection of our 3D and 5G. If it was 1, because we activated only 3D and 5G, we can only have 3 positions or maybe 1 position. It will depend with what was detected. Was it 3D or both 3D and 5G? Now, the next thing here, we agree if we want to minimize your loss from less than $2, then set here 25 and activate there into true. The next one, it is close by 0. You can set this into true. Suppose, let's say for instance, the market went to this area and there was a small spike, and these spikes gave you even less than $1 profit. It gave you a less than $1. But instead of the market continue dropping or giving you some good spike, the market went against you. This tells you if you are in profit from 0.1 to profit, as long as it's a profit and the market goes against you, if the market will go against you and you are in profit, this tells you if it goes, if it balances the negative and the profit, now it is into 0, then the EA will close that position. with no loss and with no profit, because sometimes the market can have only a small spike and it can continue going against you, yet you are in a small profit, even if it was less than $1, then there is no need to experience more drawdown if the EA can close with zero profit and zero negative. So that is the one way of minimizing the lot size, because we all know how the market behaves. It can give a small spike, then it can continue going against you. So this is why you can also activate close by zero. Now, this close by two, this is when you are working against the spike. This is for those people with the EA that trades also even against the spikes. This tells you if you are, let's say, for example, you are trading against the spike. This tells you if it goes like 20 candles in good profit, then it can take the position. This means if I set there 5, this tells me after the, and remember, it will still be open by spike detectors, 3D, 5G, vector, blah, blah, blah. They are the one that will open also these trades against the spike. So if I set here 5, this tells me it can bank the profit of only 5 small candles. This is for those people who would like to trade even against the spike. This is the meaning of close by 2. It means if it goes like 5 candles in profit, then it will take profit automatically. So let's go to the next one, target profit. If we enable this one into true, and let's say for instance now we are in $100, let's say you can set here even $2. Yeah, you can set there even $2, because remember, you are growing your account. $2 by the end of the day, you'll have more than $10. And if you have $100, that is 10% of the account. All right, guys. Let's say, for instance, I set there true. And this one, you must set there also close by candle 3. Close by candle 3, they must line with this one, target profit. So you enable this one, you set there 2 and here 5. This tells you if these spikes, let's say for instance, you have a good spike and you are in a profit of $2 and above, $2 and above. If it goes like 5 candles without another spike, it will take the profit. As long as the total amount was from $2 profit, then if it starts going against you with 5 candles against you, then it will take the profit or it will close the position. The reason why we said that, I do believe as an experienced trader, yeah, even there is a good example. There was a spike here. And let me say these spikes gave you like $2. Then the market started forming these candles going against you. But before reaching into 5 candles, which were supposed to now to take the profit, the remaining profit after reaching $2, it's from $2. It can't be $5 and above, right? But as long as from $2, this tells you if there will be no spike when it goes like 5 candles, then it will take the profit. But because the reason why we set 5, we found that many times, like say for instance 1, 2, 3, 4, when it was forming the 5th one so that the 6th one can close the market, there was another spike. So the reason why we set 5, we realize many times it goes maybe like 2, 3, 4, then you get another spike. So that's why we set 5, so that even a place like here, there was a spike, let's say for instance, then after going 1, 2, 3, 4, there was a massive spike. So instead of closing this one, and maybe there was let's say, for example, there was a profit of $2, instead of taking the profit, it can wait for 5 opposite candles to close. If there will be no spike, then it can close. But if they will have another spike like here, then you'll be in a good profit. And when it goes again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it can take the profit automatically. So we are learning this because we want to have a profit. We want the EA to bank any of the profit. So if I set here 5, this means after 5, if it will have the profit of more than $5, then it will also close with 5 opposite candles. So make sure you get that in mind, because it will help you a lot to minimize and also to bank without even setting a take profit or even a stop loss, because they can hunt your stop loss, they can manipulate your TP. This is why we want it also to be controlled with the candle. So someone asks, oh, my friend, why are you deactivating the stop loss? It is because you are used of that. All you need to understand, we have smart people like TFX company who knows how to set things even without using the stop loss, and you can never be manipulated. All right, guys. So I do believe now you understand the reason of using this target profit and zero and others. Let's go to the last one. You can see we have close by candles 5. Let's say, for instance, if I set here like 50, and this is very, very important also to understand. I want you to understand this because we are learning about how to minimize our losses and how to have more winning ratios. All right, guys. So if I set here like 50, right? Because it is good to set there like 50 when you are minimizing your losses. What is the meaning of close by candles 5 and we have set it into 50? This is our last setup. Let me close here so that I can give you a good example. Now, suppose this is our first spike. All right. And the reason why we set there 50, it will calculate every open candle here, whether it is for the spike, whether it is against the spike. The moment it will reach 50 candles in total, spikes and other small candles, it will close the position. The reason why we have that setting, let me tell you show you something here. The reason why we have that setting, if you have been trading, you have this experience. These are spikes, but there is in the same area. Or maybe it can spike 2, and it can go even against you. Let's learn something like here. It has spiked. You are maybe in profit. Then the market went against you. Then there was small spike, which came to your entry point, or even sometimes never reached to your entry point, and then the market continued going up. What is the meaning of that? You are in a small profit. Let's say your entry was here. Let me put here. No, sorry. I just want to set it here so that it can give an example that I want to give. There was a spike here. You are in profit. Then the market went against you. There was a small spike here. Then the market continued going against you. Then all of a sudden, there was a spike. And the spike came almost, let's say, even to your entry point. After experiencing a drawdown, the market came obvious to almost to or to your entry point. Then the market went against you and went and go forth and forth. The reason why we set there 50, it is because of something like that we have experienced in the market. So let's say the market went all this the way, then it came almost to your entry point. But when the market went to this area, we reached our 50 candles. So our 50 candles ended at this point. Let's say, for example, this area. If you calculate it from here to let's say, for example, our 50 candle ended at this area. You will find that you didn't, yes, even if you are in drawdown, And because the market can test that area, it is when the support, right, became a resistance, or when the resistance became a support, the market will come to test the support, then it can continue going up. Remember, we don't control market, but we can control our risk. So this is why we set it like 50, so that if the 50 candles will be here when the market was before market goes against you, then you will find that you have lost only like $2 or $3, not even $5, because it is assured that more than 90% it must come to test your support. Whether with the spike, it will come to test your support. And remember, that's where your entry was. So then from there, you won't lose much. So that works very professional, and it's very good because it will calculate every candle, whether it is spike or against the spike. Then you can minimize also your losses, because it will count like 50 candles, then it will close all position, and you will save your account before recovering with another fresh signal. It is simple as that. And by doing that, let me tell you, you can never, this I can promise you, you can never blow your $100 account. You can never blow that account. Now, let me end by saying this. If you have a small account, deactivate the trend line. Don't trade, you set the trend line as false, unless if you are using the 1 hour time frame. Let me show you. Unless you are using, we have a single time frame like this one for 1 hour, and in 1 hour we have our trend line. That is very, very reliable than using a trend line in minute one. So if you are using here in 1 hour template, then that one I can assure you, activate even the trend line, because it will it also act like support or resistance, or also going with the direction of the market. All right, guys, so that is very important to learn. And I do believe now I have given you hint of how now you can set, or how now you can minimize your losses according to the equity that you are working with it. So knowing how to deactivate some of the strategies here, and also some of them here, and also close by bars here, I'm telling you, you'll be successful, and you can never blow even your $100, and you will grow your account every time you get the signal. And if they goes against you, you won't experience huge drawdown, and it will be easier for you to recover. This is why it's very important to learn about our EA step by step every day, so that you will get this. You will see, oh, these guys are so professional, because they have coded according to the profitable strategies. Not just the EAs, but a profitable EA. So that one was very, very important video for you guys with the Spikes EA. Now let's bank together. Let's change our financial life. Thank you so much, guys. And once again, welcome to DFX family. Thank you.